All right, so this is the second part of Malaga. Welcome back to the channel. The first one we did the Alcazaba and the Castillo del Gabrafaro. Anyways, here we are standing down at the port in Malaga, and behind me is the Pompidou Center for Art and Culture of France. And this is the first one outside of France. It's headquartered here in Malaga, and it's a modern, basically a modern art museum. So take a look if you're down here. It's actually a pretty cool building. I've never been inside. Probably I am not going inside today either. Might do it another day, but it's a cool start to the video. Okay guys, and you can see why I love Malaga so much. Look at this boardwalk they have with the pergola over it. Up there is the Alcazaba, and up there is the Castillo way up on that hill. We were in that in the first video. And then there's this beautiful boardwalk chocked full of stuff to do. We're gonna get down there in a minute. First, we're gonna go off and check out this lighthouse and check out this beautiful scenery. The architecture in Spain is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so we're about 100 meters from that boardwalk, and this is Malgueata Beach. There's the famous Malagueta sign down there. I'm not gonna walk all the way down there. We're not gonna spend much time here at the beach. You've seen it in Torremolinos, you've seen it in Benalmádena. So we're just gonna carry on back to the boardwalk. All right guys, and just as you exit Malagueta Beach back to the boardwalk, you'll see La Farola del Malaga. It's the lighthouse here at the end of the boardwalk. Very beautiful. Not sure how old it is, but it's very nice. We'll turn this around. We're gonna head down here and we'll have a little peek around, check out what's on the go. Looks like they're doing a little construction. Last time I was here, it was they weren't, so that's unfortunate, but it's still gonna be a good time. All right guys, so I'll just give you a quick look around. There's a whole pile of restaurants, everything. There's like Greek, burgers, Spanish restaurants, steakhouses. Amazing. Prices are pretty reasonable too, considering you're in a very touristy area. And then the shops start. There's the famous ale hop, which you'll see all over Spain. And then there's shoe stores and clothing stores and soap stores. Very cool. They have these awnings all up and down the boardwalk. And they have little misters to keep the heat or to make you cool. So really interesting. We'll keep going, see what's around. Hey guys, so I'm just on the boardwalk here. I figured I'd stop in for a gelato. You gotta have your gelato when you're in Europe. Anyways, it's a little early for lunch. I've adapted to the Spanish time now. I don't eat lunch till about 2. It's way too early to eat before that in this heat. So I stopped in, got a gelato here at Martinella. Check this out, pina colada. Gonna try the pina colada today. Beautiful scenery, I mean, look around. All right guys, so now we're down kind of at the entrance if you're coming from Centro Malaga. You got your KFC, your Burger King, there's Dunkin', Haagen-Dazs, the Hard Rock, all that kind of stuff's here. If you're into that, check her out for sure. But definitely that gelato place I just went to, Martinello, fantastic. Super nice people there too. And the flavors, really good, delicious. Alright guys, and here's the boardwalk with this concrete pergola. If you want to see more of that, I filmed a walking video in Malaga this morning very early. I went up through Larios, down through the gardens, and then down the boardwalk up to the Pompidou. You can check that out on Walking the World. I'll link it in the description. I'm not going to bother going down there. It's literally just, it's beautiful. It's a nice walk, but I'm not going to bother filming down there. We're going to head over to Centro, go check out the cathedral, Picasso, and all that other stuff. Plus, we got to get some tapas. Hey guys, we're just crossing into the park. Check out this tree-lined street. Absolutely gorgeous. So, we just stopped in here at Cafe Madrid in Malaga, and we went to get churros con chocolate, or churros with chocolate, and they're much different. If you've had them in Mexico, they come dusted with a cinnamon sugar. Here they're served either plain or they're served with a side of liquid chocolate, typically eaten in the morning. I'll drop a picture below. And the other typical breakfast that you'll find here is pan con tomate, with olive oil and salt, which is bread lightly toasted with fresh crust tomatoes. And I'll drop a picture of that below. I couldn't film inside because it is super busy and super noisy. A lot of the cafes here are frequented by locals. They're not just for tourists, and they get super packed and super loud. So anyways, check out 2 of those breakfasts. Okay guys, so behind me here with that extreme lineup, that is the Picasso Museum in Malaga. It is super lined up, and I'm not really into Picasso, even though I do enjoy some of his stuff, but I'm not gonna bother standing in that line. And they're only letting 2 in at a time, I guess because of COVID. So not really my cup of tea today. We'll carry on, we'll go find that cathedral. So remember I said in a different video that the streets were lined with fruit trees? Well, here you go. There's the fruit right there, hanging off the tree, and it just runs the entire street all the way down. It's pretty cool. I love it. It's so unique. You don't really see this in a lot of places. Okay guys, so here we are on one side of this impressive, massive cathedral. We're gonna go all around it, and it's absolutely stunning. There's the bells up there. It's absolutely beautiful. Not sure on the age of it. I'll try to find that out and drop it below. It's pretty impressive. They are running tours today. I wasn't sure if they would be since it's Sunday, but I guess they are. It's pretty impressive. Well, all European churches really are pretty impressive, but in Spain, they're epic. Look at this. It's absolutely stunning. And then the grounds of it, they got gardens, manicured, fountains, flowers. It's beautiful. Alright guys, so we made it down to Calle Larios, which is one of the main streets here for shopping. They have this beautiful awning covering it all the way down the road for to keep the heat down so you don't burn to death. And the streets are like, I'm assuming this is travertine. It's absolutely stunning, full of stores. Look at all the balconies. Love the Spanish architecture. It's full of shops, and then right at the end of Larios here, there's a massive plaza. It's full of cafes and restaurants. We're gonna hit up there. Hopefully it's a really busy spot, so I don't know if we'll get in, but anyways, make your way here. It's not far from the cathedral, like a block, but a block doesn't really work here in Spain because of the way the roads are. It's not like North America at all, but it's absolutely stunning and a must-see if you're in Malaga. All right guys, so we made it up to the square. It's absolutely stunning, beautiful architecture. Unfortunately, most of the cafes are completely full and I'm starting to get tired. So I'm gonna go find one on a side street. It'll be just as good and probably a little bit cheaper. So anyways, it's a beautiful square. I was here this morning, it was completely empty, but of course now it's midday, so completely full. All right guys, so I found a place just off Larios. It's right behind me. It's called Kraken Malaga, and they have a wide selection of tapas and bocadas, or sandwiches. They always start you off with olives, and if you don't like olives back in Canada, try these. These are nothing like that stuff in a jar at like Sobeys or the Superstore. That's rubbish. These are like marinated with garlic and peppers. It's absolutely delicious. And the olives, I mean, they're fresh, right? Like they're picked right off the trees. I mean, they're not fresh, they're marinated, but they're not stored in a jar and shipped across the world. So definitely try olives again if you don't like them in Canada. All right guys, so 2 of the dishes have showed up. Of course, I went with the bravas, which is potatoes and like a spicy sauce when in Rome, right? Although we're in Spain. Anyways, and then this is they call it a cappuccino with a bull tail, and the bull tail is at the bottom, and this is a potato foam on top. So we're gonna get into that. We'll let you know how it is. I mean, these look amazing. They're a little more pricier than your normal ones. These are running like $5 and $6 a piece, but they're also really kind of fancy, so worth it. All right guys, my 3rd dish showed up. It's a roasted chicken with chimichurri. I'll give you a look at that. That looks pretty delicious. And this, I'll show you the bulltail while I got it out. Look at this. Absolutely amazing. And those bravas are to die for. All right, guys, so I just finished lunch here at Kraken. Highly recommend it. Came to 22 euros, 60 cents, about $34 Canadian. Highly worth it though. This is like next level tapas. Like the bull tail was out of this world with like an airy potato foam. The chicken had like a little vinegary to it, in a good way though, with some arugula and garlic. Outstanding. And the bravas, they're probably some of the best bravas I've actually had. So it's about midway up Larios, across from, if you hang a left when you hit Ray-Ban, you'll find it. It's extremely good. Highly recommend it. Check her out. So I'm gonna head back to Fingarola, take a siesta. I've walked enough kilometers for one day. If I see anything else on the way, I'll include that in the video. If not, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one.